Now let's try to understand parallel lines. So what did we learn until now? So let's take two line segments. If I extend this either on the right side or on the left hand side, same thing goes with this. If I extend this endlessly or indefinitely, they will never meet. So the condition for parallel line is if I extend a ray or a line or even a line segment, anything. So if I extend either one side or the other, for a ray it's only one side, for line and line segments if I extend either side of those lines will never intersect, they will never meet each other. So another thing is the distance between these two lines always remains same. So condition for parallel lines is that two lines extended either on either side will never intersect or meet at any point. So those lines are called as parallel lines. So if I'm talking about line segment, it will be parallel line segments. If I'm talking about only lines, it's parallel lines or otherwise parallel rays. Let's talk about transversal line. Any line. So transversal line is a line which is going to intersect two lines or more at one point. So let's look into this. So if I'm going to take two lines and this line, let's take this as A, that is B, that is C. A, B, C. A is a line, B is a line, C is a line, but A is transversal because it is actually intersecting these two lines at 2 points. What if I had line just like that? Is this line intersecting these two at 2 points? No, it's only intersecting at one. So all I can do is I can think of this as these two lines are intersecting at this point. This is the point of intersection. I'll only get vertically opposite angles, or otherwise if I even straight angle, if I count it as straight angle, then sum of these two is actually going to be 180 degrees. So the condition is if a line intersecting two lines at two different points is called as transversal line. So that line can be anything. So let's draw it like that. A, B, C. Where is it intersecting? Now if you look at it, if let's take A as intersecting line. So if I take A as intersecting line, it is intersecting at here and intersecting at here on C and B. If I take B as transversal line, then B is intersecting at here and here. If I take C as transversal line, C is intersecting here and here. So depends on exactly how you look at it. Anything can be transversal here in this scenario at least. So a line, transversal line is a line which is intersecting two lines at 2 points, two different points, not on the same point. So if it is actually on the same point, two lines, what did we talk about it? These are all rays at one point. These are all, even if just rays, they are all just rays from one point. If they are all lines, they're all, what did we talk about, from the center? So they are all concurrent lines. Remember that. So the concept, concurrent lines, this is a transversal line. And angles. So let's look at a very important concept. When a transversal line intersects two lines at one point. So let's say even, let's go back here. Okay, let me just put it this way. So if this is line A and this is line B, how do you write these two are parallel? The representation is A parallel to B, or in this case if this is not parallel, so if I take this is L, that is M, L is parallel to M. That is a representation for parallel. So now if I come back here, let's go with what are the angles made by transversal line. Before that, let's take two or more lines. So A, B, C, D. Looking at it, I can say that D is the transversal line. A cannot be transversal line because it's only meeting D at one point. It's not meeting at any other lines. So D is the only transversal line which is intersecting these three lines at three different points. One is here, another one is here, another one is here. Three different points. So this will become my transversal. So that's where you need to make sure that how you actually figure out which is transversal line. So now what are the angles made by transversal lines? What I'll do is I'll just take the same example. So A, B, L. L is my transversal line. A and B are just lines, 2 points. So now let's look at the areas, what you need to understand from. Very important, just concentrate on this. So let's look at this. What I'll do is I'll just mark this. I'll mark the top side of that and side of this. So now going back to that, what do I see here? If I treat all the blue area is all outside, this is also outside. Outside of what? Outside of these two lines, outside of A and B, because those are the two lines which are intersected by line L, which is a transversal line. So that is outside. So any angle made outside these two, I'm going to represent that as 1, 2, 3, 4. All these angles are there outside. Those are actually called as exterior angles. Then if I go back, let's draw the same thing again. One more. All angles which are inside, what do we call them? We call them interior angles. Which are those? 4, I'll put it as 5, that is 6, that is 7, that's it. So 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8 are all interior angles. They are interior to line A and B. 1, 2, 3, 4 are exterior to line A and B, only based on transversal line L. So 1, 2, 3, 4 are exterior angles. Okay. So now let's see if I'm actually going to draw this. Let's see. What are these angles? Two lines, and that is, let's call this as L, and that is A, and that is B. These two angles, that angle and those two angles, these two angles are called as corresponding angles. Angles on the same side of the transversal. So if I take this is on the same line A, it's on the up, line B, it's on the upside, corresponding angle. So how many corresponding angles I can find out here? I can, if I take that will be corresponding angle for that. If I take this, it will be corresponding angle for this, and if I take that will be corresponding angle for this. So there are almost 4 sets of corresponding angles. I didn't talk about any of the parallel lines here. I'm only talking about just two lines and one transversal line and different types of angles. Just understand this, because when it comes to parallel lines, there are different conditions for them, so which will be used for so many other questions. So just only for now, understand exterior angles, interior angles, corresponding angles. So that's all about it.